Ancient Rome, 115 AD, a city of unparalleled grandeur, its marble temples and gilded forums reaching for the heavens. But beneath this magnificent facade, another Rome existed, a city of shadows, narrow alleys, and forgotten lives. This is the story of those unseen, the ordinary citizens whose daily struggles powered an empire, yet whose existence remains largely untold. At its zenith, the Roman Empire stretched across continents, ruled by emperors like Trajan, whose power was absolute. Senators debated in the Forum, shaping laws that governed millions, while gladiators fought for glory in the Colosseum. Lavish banquets filled the nights of the elite, a stark contrast to the lives of the city's working class. But away from the grandeur, nestled between the Esquiline and Viminal hills, lay the Subura, Rome's most notorious district. Here, towering insulae, or tenement buildings, crammed together, creating a perpetual twilight in the narrow streets below. This was home to Marcus, his wife Julia, and their 4 children. Their world was a single cramped room on the 4th floor. Every morning, they folded away their straw mattresses, making space for the day's activities in their shared, tiny dwelling. The sounds and smells of countless neighbors filtered through the crumbling walls, a constant reminder of their shared existence. For families like Marcus's, private bathrooms and kitchens were an unimaginable luxury. Daily routines were a public affair. Public latrines, with their stone benches and shared sponges, were a common sight, highlighting the harsh realities of sanitation. These conditions, coupled with poor hygiene, made disease a constant threat, silently claiming lives in the crowded city. Julia, Marcus's wife, faced her own daily burden, the arduous task of fetching water from the public fountain. Long queues of women, arguments, and scuffles were common, often ignored by indifferent city watchmen. Despite Rome's impressive aqueducts, the struggle for clean water in the poor districts was a daily reality. Back in their cramped room, Julia prepared the family's meal, pulse, a simple grain porridge, the staple of the poor. Her children ate without complaint, accustomed to the scarcity that defined their lives, a stark contrast to the wealthy. While Thermopolia offered street food, it was often meager, a world away from the lavish banquets of Rome's elite. Every day, Marcus navigated the perilous broken staircase of their insula, a constant danger in their vertical city. Housing was a desperate struggle, a constant reminder of their precarious position in the heart of the empire. Life in the Subura was a relentless cycle, children playing in dusty alleys, workers heading to their meager jobs. Families shared what little they had, their resilience a testament to the human spirit amidst hardship. As we pull back, the grandeur of Rome reappears, a stark contrast to the hidden world below. These were the invisible masses, the forgotten citizens who built an empire, yet remained uncelebrated. Their stories, though often lost to history, remind us of the true cost of empire and the enduring strength of the human spirit. In the heart of ancient Rome, beyond the grandeur of the Forum, lay the Subura, a district teeming with life, yet shrouded in struggle. Its 5-foot-wide alleys were a labyrinth, a stark contrast to the city's opulent avenues. Here, space was a luxury few could afford. By day, wheeled traffic was banned, but night brought a different kind of chaos. The streets transformed into a cacophony of noise and movement. Heavy wagons, laden with goods, rumbled through the darkness. Collisions were common, adding to the relentless din that permeated every corner. Above, in cramped tenements, exhausted residents tossed and turned. Sleep was a luxury often denied by the city's ceaseless nocturnal symphony. This was the daily reality for many, including Marcus, a rugged Roman laborer. His day began before dawn, fueled by necessity. He joined a crew at a bustling construction site near the Forum, where the empire's grand visions were built on the backs of men like him. Sweeping shots reveal men hauling massive stone blocks, their muscles straining, ropes biting into their hands. Every movement was a testament to sheer will. The air was thick with dust and the grunts of exertion. Each block laid was a piece of Rome, but also a piece of their fading strength. Accidents were an unspoken part of the job. A sudden slip, a falling stone, and a life could be extinguished in an instant. The body was quickly removed, a grim reminder of their expendability. Before the dust settled, another man stepped forward, eager for the work. The foreman's scroll held a long list of desperate men, each hoping for a day's wage. A stark illustration of the city's vast, struggling workforce. At the end of a grueling day, Marcus counted his meager coins. A few sesterces, barely enough to cover the essentials. The cost of bread, a basic necessity, consumed a significant portion. Rent for his tiny room devoured the rest, leaving nothing for savings or advancement. For men like Marcus, the economic reality was a cruel trap. A life of endless labor, with no escape from the cycle of poverty. When work was scarce, the unemployed free Romans turned to the grain dole. Crowds gathered at the warehouses by the Tiber, a testament to widespread hardship. Faces in the line told stories of hunger, despair, and the erosion of dignity. Each person a silent plea for survival. Meanwhile, skilled labor was often performed by slaves, a stark contrast to the free citizens waiting for handouts. The wealthy passed by, indifferent to their plight. The grain dole was a lifeline, but also a symbol of their diminished status. Shame and resignation were etched onto the faces of those who relied on it. To distract from the harsh realities, Rome offered bread and circuses. The Colosseum stood as a monument to both grandeur and brutality. Thousands flocked to the free games, seeking escape in the spectacle. Gladiators, exotic animals, and staged battles filled the arena. The crowd's excitement was palpable, their bloodlust a chilling undercurrent. Cheers erupted for every clash, every display of power. But beneath the roar, a darker truth unfolded. The condemned, the powerless, awaited their fate in the shadows. Christians, dissidents, or simply those without influence, faced a brutal end. Their lives were mere entertainment for the masses. The normalization of violence, the dehumanization of victims, was a chilling aspect of Roman society. Life was cheap, especially for the marginalized. The wealthy manipulated the system, their power absolute. The poor, without recourse, were powerless to defend themselves against false accusations. Back in the Subura, the afternoon heat was oppressive. The streets, filled with filth and stench, became a crucible of suffering. In a cramped, dim tenement, Lucia tended to her dying husband. The air was heavy with despair, the hope for recovery fading with each breath. Desperate attempts at healing were made, folk remedies, charms, fervent prayers. But medicine was scarce, and fate often cruel. Children played in the dirty alleys, their laughter a fragile sound amidst the squalor. Half of them would not survive to adulthood. Mortality was a constant companion. Families mourned lost loved ones, grief woven into the very fabric of their daily existence. As evening fell, many sought escape in the tabernae. Cheap wine offered a temporary oblivion, a brief respite from their burdens. Fights often broke out, fueled by desperation in drink. The city watch intervened only when absolutely necessary, maintaining a fragile order. The Subura at night, a mosaic of flickering lights and hushed sounds. Each light a home, each sound a life enduring another day. Marcus, Lucia, and countless others. Their stories, though often forgotten, are the true pulse of ancient Rome, a testament to the weight of survival. Beyond the grandeur of ancient Rome lay a district shrouded in shadow and struggle, the Subura. Here, life was a relentless battle for survival, far from the Senate's marble halls. Its inhabitants, the forgotten citizens, faced daily hardships unseen by the elite. Their hands toiled tirelessly, weaving the fabric of a society that often overlooked them. Poverty was a constant companion, forcing many to desperate measures. Down dimly lit alleys, other paths, equally grim, offered a different kind of survival. Cramped alcoves offered little privacy, only a stark reminder of lost dignity. Enslaved and free women alike endured lives of quiet suffering, their futures stolen. Whispers of innocence lost echoed in these dark places, a silent horror. Wealthy patrons, their faces obscured, moved through these shadows, seeking illicit pleasures. Their fleeting presence left behind only deeper despair for those trapped within. As night fell, a new terror emerged from the crowded wooden structures. Chaos erupted as residents fled, their homes consumed by the inferno. The Vigils, Rome's firefighters, battled the blaze with primitive tools, often in vain. Devastation followed, leaving behind only ashes and shattered lives. Landlords, ever opportunistic, oversaw hasty, shoddy reconstruction, perpetuating the cycle. For many, the threat of fire was compounded by the fear of eviction. A single decree could shatter their world, casting them onto the unforgiving streets. Emotional scenes unfolded as families, with nowhere to go, faced homelessness. They joined countless others, sleeping in alleys, under bridges, or among the tombs. The Subura was also a realm of gangs, where dark justice prevailed. Disputes were settled with violence, and warnings were brutally delivered. Young boys, seeking belonging or survival, were drawn into this dangerous world. Some rose in rank, others met tragic ends, their lives cut short. Amidst the despair, a flicker of hope emerged in secret gatherings. Early Christians found solace in equality, sharing their faith in hushed tones. But even these sanctuaries were not safe from the watchful eyes of Rome. Arrests were made, some recanted, others faced execution for their beliefs. The struggle was endless, a cycle of poverty, danger, and fleeting hope. Each day brought the same grind, the same exhaustion, the same fight for survival. Children grew up knowing only this life, destined to repeat the struggles of their parents. Yet, amidst the darkness, a resilient spirit endured, an unbroken will to survive. The Subura, a testament to the forgotten citizens, their untold stories echoing through time. Beneath the grandeur of Rome, countless lives unfolded, their stories often lost to the annals of time. He remembers his grandfather's tales of a simpler republic, a time when Rome was not yet an empire. A city of humble beginnings, where freedom was cherished, and citizens felt a true sense of belonging. But time marched on, and the republic gave way to an empire, vast and imposing. Its glory was undeniable, its power absolute, yet for many, it brought not liberation, but a different kind of burden. Day after day, the machine of empire demanded its toll, grinding on the lives of its ordinary people. From dawn till dusk, laborers like Marcus built the very foundations of Rome's might. Julia, with weary steps, carried water through crowded streets, her resilience a silent testament to survival. In cramped insulae, families struggled. Lucia tended to her ailing husband, her face etched with worry. Children woke on straw mattresses, their innocence shadowed by the harsh realities of their world. The city's noise, a cacophony of struggle, echoed through narrow alleys, reflecting anxious faces. Yet far removed from this daily grind, the imperial palace stood, a beacon of unimaginable luxury. Inside, the emperor Raul_04 slept in silken robes, oblivious to the suffering beyond his gilded walls. Senators Raul_05 debated taxes in marble halls, their words shaping destinies they barely understood. Poets Raul_06 crafted verses in opulent villas, their art a world away from the city's harsh realities. The Subura, Rome's sprawling slum, teemed with poverty, its cries unheard by the powerful. A homeless citizen, Raul_07, searched for scraps, a stark reminder of the empire's indifference. Gang members, Raul_08, counted their ill-gotten gains, thriving in the shadows of neglect. And a prostitute, Raul_09, bruised and worn, sought solace in communal waters, her dignity stripped away. Yet, even in the deepest despair, seeds of change began to sprout, whispered in secret. In hidden corners, new faiths offered hope. The last shall be first, a radical promise. Close-ups reveal faces etched with hope, fear, and a quiet determination as the message spread. Meanwhile, the empire itself began to fray. Currency debasement led to rampant inflation. Foreign soldiers patrolled Roman streets, a sign of weakening borders and growing unrest. The once mighty empire, built on the backs of its forgotten, slowly began its inevitable decline. Forums and temples, once symbols of power, were quarried for new constructions, their glory repurposed. Nature, indifferent to human ambition, slowly reclaimed the ruins, erasing the lines between past and present. The forgotten citizens, their suffering ended, found a different kind of freedom in the empire's demise. Today, echoes of Rome's decline resonate in our modern world, in crowded cities and towering monuments. We see the shadows of the forgotten, the silent struggles that underpin our own civilizations. We remember them now. Every civilization builds its glory on the backs of the forgotten. The powerful always write the histories, their narratives dominating the official record. The voiceless always disappear from the grand narratives, their contributions overlooked. But the forgotten always remember, their stories echoing through time, waiting to be heard.